Hello, I'm Joe,
And TJ?
and we are the Schoolhouse 302, and we are here to bring you our Read This series, which is a part of our One Thing series, which we will bring to you a great book that we recommend that aligns to our topic this month. And so this month, we have focused completely on spending. And so it's not that common that TJ and I would write on this topic, but we thought with such an influx of money, whether it's ESSER 1, 2, or 3, coming into education, what should leaders do with that money? How do we know we're being good stewards? What questions should we ask? As Tony Robbins says, the better the question, the better the answer. Improve your standards, improve your life. We hold that to be true within business and school as well. So here we are talking about spending, funding, and we took an interesting twist with this, though. And TJ is going to introduce our book because we thought, what have we learned in the past about money being poured into the education system? Does it work? And so we went right in our backyard, what just happened not too long ago with No Child Left Behind. And what were some lessons learned with No Child Left Behind? What could we do? And one thing that we came to the conclusion of is building capacity. That the one the one staple within education is people. So yeah, we can look at products, we can purchase things, but at the end of the day, it's people. So why not invest in people to make sure what you're doing is sustainable beyond the years in which you have that influx of funding? TJ, why don't you tell us a little bit about the book, how we landed on it, and maybe a little bit about the author, a dear friend of ours.
Yeah, thanks for that, Joe. It is so important, too, that we use the money to build capacity for the future. Too often we think of shiny new things, right? We buy those things, the money expires, and so does the thing. So even if it works, it's not going to work into the future. It's not sustainable. So it's really important that we invest in capacity, like Joe said, of our people and of ourselves and of leaderships. Danny Bauer of Better Leader, Better Schools, he's got the greatest slogan in the world is when the leader gets better, we all benefit. And so it's just such an awesome way to think about investing in leadership. And Danny runs what's called Mastermind. So even though he wrote his first book, Better Leaders, Better Schools, he wrote his second book, Mastermind, and it is about the process of building your own capacity, working with others and teams of people to learn and to grow. He's got his formula of the ABC. You can check it out in the book, but it really does help leaders to reflect on how we're growing, how we're investing in others, how we're investing in ourselves to grow as leaders, to grow in our capacity. And Danny does a great job in the book. Now, typically, Joe and I would hold up the book and do the whole thing, right? But we don't have the book. It's on pre-order. You have to go to Amazon, type in Mastermind by Danny Bauer. You can click it in the show notes and order your pre-order copy. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait a second, you guys are always curating and synthesizing these lists. How can you recommend a book that you don't even have a copy of? Well, lucky for us, we got an advanced copy from Corwin and we were able to read the book ahead of time. And so we can assure you that this is a phenomenal book and you're going to love it. Now, I'm going to give you a quick tip about capacity, and then Joe's going to give you a tip about reading, as we always do before we close. A tip about capacity is to think of your people as builders. So instead of thinking of just investing in your people through professional development, invest in your people in terms of their ability to build a program, to put together a sequence, to put together the run sheet for the rest of the team, to build what we call subject matter experts, not a term highly used in education, but is in business. You have a subject matter expert, maybe in a certain pedagogical strategy, then that person is the person in charge of building the capacity of the rest of the team. So you invest in them as builders, and then they build something that can then be scaled. Nobody can take that away from you, even when the money runs out. Use the money for sustainable reasons. Joe, what's our reader tip this week?
Well, that's a great thought, TJ. And there's a lot of tactical ways you can use that money, and it's out there, right? You're getting inundated with emails. I'm getting inundated with emails. But I think what you're focused on here with the building is critical. I hope people take that to heart. And I think that's the heart of the mastermind as well, right? I think I forget in the very beginning of the book, Dan even talks about, like, you think it's unique. It's not unique. The situation might be new to you, but it's not new. And so it's something to really think about. The tip I'm going to give this week, and really something that is usually a reading tip, this is a little bit also on what you were saying, TJ, about the shiny object. This is a Schoolhouse 302 trademark here. The lure is not the cure. The lure is not the cure. We think it is. We want it to be. We go into things with such open hearts and open minds, wanting to do what's best for kids. Trust me, we understand, we get it. But the change and challenge that we're focused with is much broader, that something can come in a package more than it can be loaded onto a computer. There's no doubt they help. Don't get us wrong. On our 302 Thoughts, we're going to feature some phenomenal products, but it's about the people. It's about reading books like The Mastermind, building a core group of people around you that push you, challenge you, make you better. And remember, the lure is not the cure.
It's a great place to end. Read this series. Pick up Danny Bauer's Mastermind on pre-order. We hope that you will see us at the schoolhouse302.com. Look for our 302 Thoughts this month. It's going to be live. Check that out. You can find the registration by clicking the link below and getting yourself registered. We always appreciate a like, a follow, and a share. See you next time.